What is going on? Here are the picks of the day for February 18th, and the strategy I'm going to use is reverse line movement. If you haven't heard of reverse line movement before, I have a detailed guide on how this strategy works in the description, so take a look there if you need. But essentially, it's when the line moves in a way where you don't expect it to. Reverse line movement doesn't mean every pick is going to be a winner, but that's normal. Profit in sports betting doesn't come from constantly being able to predict the right outcome, it's more so how you play the line. And over the long term, this strategy does work, and I'm going to show this with an example. Also, I'll be bringing you guys reverse line movement picks 4 to 5 times a week, so if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So the first game I want to look at is Belmont versus UIC. You can see here how 42% of the betting volume went towards the over, and then 58% went towards the under. Bookies normally want to make this as 50-50 as they can so that they can make a profit too, and this is when they normally start to adjust the line so that the other side looks more appealing. In this case, the line opened up at over under 152.5, and then a majority of the betting volume went towards the under, and then the line moved up to 153.5, making the under look that much more appealing, meaning the bookies want you to select this outcome. So in this case, I would go with the over. We also have UTSA versus Temple, where the line opened up at over under 155.5, and then a majority of the betting volume went towards the over, and then the line moved down to 153.5, making the over even more appealing. So in other words, if at 155.5 people were already choosing the over, then at 153 they're definitely going to pick it, meaning they want you to select this outcome. So for this game, I would go with the under. We also have Mount St. Mary's versus Fairfield, where 40% of the betting volume went towards the over, and then 60% went towards the under. So a majority of the clicks are going towards the game going under. The line opened up at over under 146.5, and then the line moved up to 147.5, making the under even more appealing. So they want a majority of the money to be thrown into this outcome. So in this case, I would go with the over. We also have Evansville versus Illinois State, where 65% of the betting volume went towards the over, 35% went towards the under. The line opened up at over under 136.5, and then a majority of the clicks went towards the over. Then the line moved down to 134.5, making the over that much more appealing. So for this game, I would go with the under. We also have Northwestern versus Indiana, where the line opened up at over under 138.5, and then 56%, or the majority of the betting volume, went towards the over, and then the line moved down to 136.5, making the over more appealing. They want a lot more people to pick this outcome. So for this game, I would go with the under. We have Memphis versus SMU, where the line opened up at over under 154.5, and then 60%, or the majority of the clicks, went towards the under, and then the line moved up to 155.5, making the under even more appealing. So for this game, I would go with the over. And then the last game I found was Rutgers versus Minnesota, where the line opened up at over under 131.5. People jumped all over the under, and then the line moved up 1 point to 132.5. And it's just a clear case of reverse line movement where they're really trying to get everybody's money and clicks on this outcome. So for this game, I would go with the over. Personally, I prefer to look at over-unders, but you can apply the same logic elsewhere if you want to. Given how much these lines change throughout the day, the games that I went over may not be available when you look, or you may have more games at your disposal. So make sure you look, and you may find some opportunities as well. But I didn't see any other games to cover, so that wraps it up for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.